When it comes to leading expeditions, it doesn't matter what you do or what you say, but the worst of them can become destructive to the ends to which Edmonton's Gnostic community decided to execute our father, mother, and mother, father, a Muin Lemurian Muin Manchurian candidate, but also the likes of a father to, but a mother I think might be. No, not a mother. Side. That's just a figure of speech. I gotta have a wife for that to work. That's a good point. Anyways, Edmonton's satanic community is known to be for this problem. The population of Edmonton, by exact numbers and statistics, is 1 million people. 1 million people in this city the whole time since I got here in 1981, June 23rd. I arrived here June 23rd, 1981, at this region here, St. Sophia's Byzantine Catholic Parish, just to the east of Edmonton. I came down at the second dimensions over what is Sun Hill Estates, and then I veered a little bit to the northeast and went and slammed into the ground at approximately 300 kilometers, 400 kilometers an hour. I don't remember much of the crash, and I came down right where the parish was built, right on Township Road 540. Sun Hill Estates was just to my south. Not too many watchers watching the area through that particular subdivision. But when it comes to Sherwood Park has the majority of these satanic entities and deities living in the Edmonton area up here in the Great North. They push Satanism unconsciously through their unconscious minds onto our conscious bodies here in Edmonton and convince us to become their servants. And they're basically sex slave robots from the red oranges to the blue purples living in Sherwood Park as well. But when it comes to Edmonton itself, it's a mixed bag of red greens and blue greens and whatnot. Yeah, it's okay. Red oranges and blue purples. But Edmonton's population, for the most part, situates itself at 1 million. It is 1.3 million because of all the influxes and rises in population from new immigrants to the country to other families and men and women individually, probably from other provinces and territories in this country too, that filled up the Edmonton area in the last year or so. But normally, beforehand, before the contractors Constellus and Triple Canopy showed up here, Triple Canopy and Constellus, but then other companies with it too, to do management of the city's population, the population before they arrived was 1 million people. 1 million people to be exact in the borders and boundaries of the city itself. The outskirts don't really count that much, but we're looking at about maybe 2 million people, 2.5 to maybe 3 million people just in the ring of cities surrounding Edmonton. But Edmonton is a satanic city because it's the 666 up here. The meters of elevation above sea level sits 666 meters above sea level, which means the root cause of the satanic panic all this time. The satanic panic is a moral panic consisting of over 12,000 unsubstantiated cases of satanic ritual abuse, sometimes known as ritual abuse. Well, where did it really come from? Where were these satanic personalities channeling and projecting themselves into human bodies in America, coming into the bodies of mankind here, the people of Jesus and God, from a far place up in the skies? It wasn't a far place up in the skies. It was a metropolitan called Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, that was laying down the abuse from way up in the north and coming all the way down a corridor of thought into DC and the rest of America too. These are the substantiated cases considered absolved. This city he lives in is satanic and paranoid of change. They hate the New World Order and order out of chaos because they know it brings them down. So they are the ones being the problem against God itself. Do I agree to that? I agree to that too. So that's what I thought. The satanic panic was caused by a lot of Canadians high on drugs and liquored up and unconscious. Unconscious thought did that, but they knew it was possibly inside of them. Some of them in the Edmonton area before the arrival of the contractors told me over benign channels through V2K and the B&E effect that they were the Illuminati from within them and they wanted to get rid of it from them. So, anyways, I'm going to substantiate and say that this city called Edmonton is the most dangerous place on earth because it's basically not supposed to exist. Sorry about that, no problem. And that for the most part, Edmonton and the police here are satanically, ritually abusive people. And the Freemasons and Eastern Starters up here don't have a thing to do with ours in America, and they don't have much to do with the rest of the country. So, Alberta is a dangerous province full of old prisoners from the 2nd, 10th, 13th, 15th, 16th, and also the 6th, the 8th, and the 4th quadrants of the universe. So that means the place is a satanic ritual abuse hellhole. They don't act satanic towards each other in the city itself. They act normal and consolidated with each other, but when the unconscious mind of them leaks out vibrations and energy and heads straight to the States, that's when we start beating the hell out of ourselves, and we're basically the ones at the hands of these people up here in great northern Alberta, Canada, or wherever it might be. So this guy was right. There was no joke about that. 666 meters above sea level. Okay. But there's more to it than that. Just go flip it through my YouTube channel. You'll find secrets and clues about the true Satanists of this earth and how I noticed every one of them right before me.